Are these speakers? Do they have speakers in the controller? Nintendo has gone all over the place with controllers. As you see, this is not an official Nintendo controller, but you can see everything from like an NES, SNES style controller to going to this, to this, to what the hell is this, to what brings us to this video today. What the hell? What the hell is this controller? Well, I've purchased one and we're gonna check it out in this video. Now, before we get there, I have to give Nintendo props because while companies like Sony, again, this isn't a Sony controller, but the whole DualShock controller, it was pretty tried and true for many, many years. Same thing with the Xbox controller. When you got the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One controller, not huge, crazy things. And it's probably maybe a good thing that it wasn't so controversial. But then you get to the Wii controllers, and that's where we get to this new Wii U controller, which is like, hey, let's take this old SNES controller and put it on top of a Wii U Pro Controller and have the best of both worlds. Now we're about to find out whether that was a good idea or not, but just looking at these gamepads, you know, going from just totally different layouts, if you even include the Nintendo 64 controller here, like what was that? Pretty crazy. And then they went all out. This one has 80 hours of battery life and people loved it for that. This one had quite the opposite, no battery life. It has the infrared sensor, it has a TV remote built in. Do you know it even has a little mount to mount a tripod to have it set up? You had, you know, your video camera, microphone. But honestly, overall, as far as a handheld goes, you know, the controls were quite great. And these big, beefy ZR, ZL, and bumper buttons were actually very welcomed at the time and really nice. Now, let's go ahead and see though, you know, if we get the SNES, which was a great controller for its time, and we compare it to the Wii U controller, which again is a really great controller. A lot of people love this controller. The only thing I think people don't like about it are the smaller bumpers, but other than that, it's a pretty sweet controller. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. What it says, classic controller shape incorporated. Additional joysticks and buttons expand in-game buttons. Wireless controller plays on Wii U. Ergonomic grips for player comfort during gameplay. Rechargeable battery. It looks like it does come in 3 different colors here. A lot of people like this color right here because it replicates a Super Famicom. The other 2 colors, pretty standard, white and black. I just gotta start right off that I was not expecting this. This, when you look at this photo, and I guess that's my expectations. I guess it is maybe correct, but it's a lot smaller. Look at this. This is not, that is not an SNES controller. That's not it. This is a compressed piece of junk. Oh boy. Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. Oh. You could barely even click that button. I just want you to tell you what's your first initial reaction.
Oh.
Dang. It feels cheap.
Pocket? Here, put it in your pocket.
It doesn't feel very fancy.
Dang.
Is it? Is it fancy?
No, it's actually really garbage.
Oh, okay.
Can you just like for the video say this sucks?
No.
Okay. Look how much play is in this controller. Like that button's barely even in there. So here it is in all of its glory. You got the battery that just barely hangs in there. Can you see that? Whoever put this in, they actually shut it on the ground wire there and it's totally crimped. I wonder if it even still works. And that's really interesting. The battery says 500 mAh on it, but on the back of it says 300. So here you see the other side. No, those are not speakers. I guess those are just vents. The rubbers are just nothing to be, you know, proud of. The rumble motor is very sad, but hey, it's existing. you know, everything is just mediocre at best, if not cheap. But what else were you expecting? So we're gonna try this on CoinOps next. Now, this, you can't actually run this directly on the mini USB cable. At least maybe someone else there can. I cannot. You can potentially pair it with your Bluetooth, but it might ask you for a pin and you might run into issues. The easy thing to do is to get either the 8-bit DOE USB wireless adapter or the May Flash wireless adapter. Both of these work just fine. This one's nice because I use it on a ton of other controllers as well. And basically it's just a Bluetooth dongle that it just works. And so I got that blinking. I'm done charging this. I'm gonna go ahead and press sync on the back. It should start beeping like that. Press the coin button on my 8-bit DOE controller. It's searching. They're both searching right now. And I got a vibration here. So it's all, I got a white or blue light and I've got a red solid light. Let's go ahead and launch CoinOps. So as far as Mario Brothers, the controller's fine. I mean, there's not a lot of finessing going on here. But like I said, the D-pad does leave a lot to be desired. So now we go from, well, we were technically on the SNES game before, but now we're on Contra Alien War. The diagonals is really where the D-pad starts to really show its limitation here again. Trying to get any kind of diagonal movement to happen is not precise. You can see a lot of frustration happening in many of these games. Now we move over to MAME. We're going to be doing Street Fighter versus X-Men. Very spotty.
Ready. Fight! Optic blast.
So you can see here I am properly playing a arcade fighting game, and the analog stick actually works okay for this, but the throw on the analog stick is a lot shorter than a lot of the other game pads, and it feels like it's either all or nothing. That being said, the triggers at the top were very dull, did not provide very much feedback at all, and then your A, B, X, and Y buttons are just, they're fine. Last but not least, let's play some Wave Race 64. Let's check out the analog sticks. And you can't, maybe you can see, but it's just hard hitting left and right. It's not precise at all. Like I said, it's either all on or all off. There's really not much going on in between. Bluetooth. Alright, let's give this a roll. Register, searching, click the button. Alright, we found it. It's that second one right there. Nintendo RBL. Cool. So it did register without any Bluetooth adapter. Nice. So then we'll just go start here, configure input, and here you go. Wii Remote Pro Controller. Up, down, left, right. And now gaming on the Raspberry Pi. It worked really well with RetroPie. I mean, it definitely sank up with no issues. Now, I didn't play it for really long, and something that the Wii U Pro Controller, a lot of people have like ghosting issues or connection issues. So it still might be a good idea to get like the 8-bit dongle or the May Flash dongle. That's just a Wii U Pro controller thing. But overall, I mean, I was thinking about this. The one redeeming thing on this is the price. It's $20. I mean, that's cheap, right? An iBuffalo controller is over $20 right now, but it's a way better SNES controller, that's for sure. So if you didn't get it already, it is kind of junky. Can I see it? I would get an Xbox 360 controller myself over this any day of the week. If you bought this, I wouldn't say you're an idiot or you're dumb or you wasted your money. I mean, it's okay. It's just okay. But compared to a lot of other controllers out there, like the SN30 Pro Plus and some purpose-built controllers like the Xbox One controller and the PlayStation 3 controller, they are far superior controllers. Anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.